So the first time I heard God's voice, um, I was planning, actually, I had planned to move from New York to Colorado. And it was the day before I was going to head out. And there was this car show in Manhattan. I was in Brooklyn at the time and decided just, what the heck, last day. Let's see if I can get somebody to come with me to go to a car show. I ended up finding um, a good friend of mine, Chris Mena, who ironically was the person that was living in Colorado that I was going to go and move into the same apartment building with, and his ex girlfriend and Simonette, I believe her name was the other one. I asked them to come. They agree, so we go. We have to take the train. We take the train. We have a good time. We head back, and upon heading back, um, the same way that I went there, I used my sister's high school Metro card. She's in high school. She's my sister. I didn't think anything of it. I was, I think I was 22. No, it was before my brain sister was almost 20, I believe, at the time. And we're leaving the car show. We're going down to the train station. I go to swipe the card. The girls go first. I swipe the card, and all of a sudden, the transit police are there. They stop me, and they're like, "Can we see your high school ID?" I was like, "Oh, this is my sister's high school Metro card. My name is Spiro. She's my sister." They're like, "Yeah, you can't use it. It's called theft of state for $1.25. Um, we're gonna have to place you under arrest." And I'm sitting there going, "What, are you kidding me?" They're like, "No. Do you have any identification on you?" I said, "Yeah." Now here's the fuck part, and at the same time, this is what God does to place us in situations to test us and to see what value we pose as a potential for His plan. So in this position, I opened up my wallet, and the second I opened it up, okay, I realized at that moment, holy shit, I have two identifications, two New York City state driver's license. This is right after 9/11, and I needed the other license to make me 25 because I rented a vehicle to go to Colorado. I had to drive myself there. Literally dropped $3 on this identification just for that. Had no other purpose for it, and was still in my fucking wallet. I thought I took it out. Guess not. So at that point, I tried to, slick, give it to him, and he's like, "Oh, what's this?" And he just starts chuckling and laughing, and you know, he's like, "Oh my god," and swipes it and goes, "Oh, bro." And he takes off his fucking gloves. He's like, I'll never forget this, with his partner, and he goes, "You do understand what this means, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going in. I mean, I understand. I did this fucking theft of city." He goes, "No, this is a guaranteed 10-year sentence. It's not even arguable. Like, you just made my day. Thank you for this arrest." Wait, what? And for obvious reasons, after 9/11, any type of fake ID fucking gave you some fucking tremendous fucking time. And you couldn't fight it. It was an ID, made me 25. It was scannable. I was fucked. That's it. It was a done fucking deal. And as I'm getting cuffed up, I remember looking at Chris Mena's girlfriend, and she had the weirdest smirk on her face. It burned into my mind that they didn't show any emotion or nothing as I'm getting hauled off after taking them on my dime to the car show as a nice gesture. So I am now out of my fucking mind, not really grasping the severity of the situation. I mean, every like then the partner is like, just like looking at me like, "Wow, dude, you are fucked." They bring me to the station and like usher me in, and the second I go into the fucking the place, the cop that then picks me up grabs me and he's told what the hell is going. He goes, "Oh my fucking god, how fucking stupid can you be?" Like literally every fucking cop went out of their way to address the aspect of just how I just pissed away 10 years of my life. Like fucked. This cop was just laughing it up, walking me through, like the bullpen or whatever the fuck it's called, where a bunch of desks where the cops were there to bring me into this one other cell. And it was because the main cells were full, and literally I got my own little single cell that was right behind the cops. He opens the door. He goes, "Well, welcome to your new home for 10 years. I'm just out of my mind." Closes the door and goes, "Oh, by the way, not that it's going to help you at all, but you get one phone call. You know what? You might as well make it a good one if you can." I sit down, and this entire that the whole fucking from station to doors closing was just so surreal. I'm sitting on this bench and I'm like, what's going on? Like I am literally disconnected, and the only image that's maintaining in my mind, and I understand why, but not at the time, was that face, that smirk, and it just I couldn't get it out of my head. It's what stayed there. I was sitting there and trying to shake this image out of my head, and I don't know how much time lapses, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I shake it out finally, and I'm like, bro, who am I gonna call? Like, I'm literally talking to myself. Who am I gonna call? And without hesitation, in my left ear, I audibly hear Mr. Lorenzano. But I reacted like, what the fuck? When I heard that, I didn't even like understand what just happened, other than the fact that I thought somebody else was in there with me, and I just oh, I'm fucking out of my mind, dude. Whatever. And I'm like, all right, so what am I gonna tell my parents? And that was it. That's all. That was it. Mr. Lorenzano. Now you have to understand, Mr. Lorenzano was my high school music teacher. This man played a pivotal role, was the foundation of what I would model the life I wanted to live and lead towards others. This man was epic to me, and in so many ways, but this was the most profound interaction that I've had with this man. 2 years now, I'm out of high school. 2 years, I really haven't spoken to him, but we had a very, very, very good connection in high school, extremely connected. When I'm trying to discern, like, who am I going to call for my family, after again a couple of minutes, I'm like, why the fuck would I call Mr. Lorenzano? Because it kept ringing in my ear, but I'm not hearing it now. It's just a mental ding, 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 ding. And I started arguing with myself, like, bro, I haven't fucking talked to him in 2 years. Why would I fucking call him? Well, what am I gonna fucking say? I don't even know, like, what? And I'm arguing with myself for a good fucking 10 minutes. And I try to center myself, I try to calm myself down, and in no way, shape, or form am I sitting here trying to make a phone call to do anything other than to say goodbye. But then I actually put some attention to it, and I'm like, okay, let's weigh this out. My father, or Mr. Lorenzano, my father is a guaranteed nothing other than goodbye. Even though I haven't spoken to Mr. Lorenzano in 2 years, and there is no earthly reason for me to assume anything, he's a 50-50. 50-50 or what? I don't have a fucking clue. But I'd rather actually take the chance with the 50-50. So I found myself going, okay, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I can't believe I'm going to tell my music teacher I'm in this situation, but what the fuck? Call the cop over, gives me the number for my cell phone, call him up, and I shit you not. Hey, Mr. Lorenzano, I break down. I tell him I'm in jail. He tells me, tell me everything. I give him the spiel 5 minutes into it. Literally, after he says, tell me everything, and I tell him, he goes, give me 5 minutes and call me back. Click. Tell me everything. Give me 5 minutes and call me back. Click. Those were the last words I heard from this man. Period. 25 minutes later, the cop walks back, and now I'm going, fuck, dude, I'm going in. Like, this was a holding until I got brought to the other location. He opened, as he's walking towards the door, I notice an obvious energy shift. He's now gone from laughing and poking at me to, why does he look so fucking serious? I'm like, fuck. He opens the door. He goes, I don't know who the fuck you are and who the fuck you called, but get the fuck up and let's go. What do you mean? He goes, do you want me to say it again? Get the fuck up and let's go. Okay. I stick my hands out. He goes, I'm not fucking cuffing you. You're free to go. I said, what? He leans in. He goes, I didn't really fucking expect you to be able to call somebody. Who the fuck did you call? I'm like, bro, are you fucking with me now? Like, I'm out of my mind. We're talking about less than 2 hours from arrest to this conversation. So understand the roller coaster. We're talking about 10 years and there was no fighting it. And now it's gone. And he's telling me he's going to walk me out. I'm going, bro, this is a setup. Like, this motherfucker's going to shoot me. He's going to say I'm running like something stupid. I am, like, so alert to see if there's anybody that's going to take me out that even upon exiting the facilities, remember, I was booked, processed, and put into the cell. And now I'm being walked out the front door. Released. Went to Colorado and I made the stupidest mistake of not calling Mr. Lorenzano to thank him. I don't even know to this day why I didn't, other than it had to happen that way because God makes things happen specific for reasons. A year and a half into it, Mr. Lorenzano passed away, I think in 2005. And I go back to New York to go to the funeral. And I made it a point to go because I knew the family very well and hadn't seen them, and I wanted to pay my respects and to articulate to the wife and to the 3 sons the impact that this man had in my life and how he literally saved my life. I'm going in there with my friend Nick. I see the wife. I make it towards her. Her sons are there. Rocco and fucking whatever the other 2 R's were. And I hug the wife. I look at her and I was, I told her the story. I couldn't even finish the sentence. And all of a sudden, she goes, you're the fucking one he fucking did that for? And I'm like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. What the fuck? I take a step back. And then Rocco comes running and goes, Mom, what's up? What's wrong? What's going on? And then she whispers something, and he goes, holy fucking shit, are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck? What did you do? What the fuck did he need to do for you? And I'm like, what? How? Whoa, what? Okay, he saved my life. And I expressed it, and they were so adamantly upset at whatever it was that Mr. Lorenzano had done. They were not happy about it. It's almost as if the man had to, like, I don't know. They never told me. But they were livid. When they were able to put a face to the reason, whatever he did, okay, making Mr. Lorenzano all-time greatest human being possible. Because he not only went to bat for me, he went as far as to fucking upset his family, keep my identity out of it, and not even think twice or bat an eye for probably, I mean, we all know he was probably mafioso, and he was definitely connected. So I don't fucking know what the hell he pulled for me, but to get me the fuck out of jail, a 10-year sentence, locked, like no fucking, like, go ahead, get the best lawyer, you're gonna lose. And he got me out in 25 fucking minutes. That man was literally my guardian angel embodied in the flesh suit. And this was the time that he did something so incredibly profound. And it was all because God wanted to test me for the first time in an open manner by putting me in a situation that was so fucked that garnered this experience of hearing something that I didn't see, and then warranting this need to even postulate the fucking notion of calling him, to weighing it out in a logical manner and, coming to the conclusion like this is the best odds, and doing it and getting the fuck out of jail. He tested me that day to see if I would follow a unseeable, unknowable, unknown, or what I call the father that I already knew what would happen. And if I called my father, I would have died. I would have been fucked. I know a lot of people knew him and were impacted by him, okay? And the atypical manner of him be instilling like the musical aspect into their lives. My relationship with Mr. Lozano had nothing to do with music. The profound relationship from the first day I met him to the last day where he saved my life have remained inarguably the most gracious gift, and the only one other than my father. We're talking about just these two men were the best things in my life. That's it. Nobody else. And anyway, so yeah, that was the first time that I heard the voice of God. You could say it was an angel. You could say it was this. You could say it was that. At first, I thought angels, and I believed the angels, but I have come to conclude that God, source, is everything. So there is no differentiation when you go past us. So if it is an embodiment of, let's say, Archangel Michael, it's nothing more than an extension of God. So it's God. Calling him Archangel Michael, it's a title that isn't literal. It's what we've placed upon him. Okay? It's not like he came in and said, call me Michael and this and that. Okay? It's God. And he's operating. So it's the first time I heard God's voice. And it was the first time that the only human being on this planet to this date, that from the moment we first met and interacted, and every event that occurred from those periods of time, those 6 years, he was the only person that would come up to me, ask me a question depending on the situation at hand, and whatever I said that was truth, the man understood it was truth and stood by me, and has, without that man in my life, I wouldn't be in the position that I am today, spiritually speaking. I don't even think I would have been alive, honestly. So, hope you enjoyed it. And next video will be the second time and the last time I heard audibly God's voice. And yeah, you guys have a great day. Peace.